This is Scott Roberts.
And I'm Ryan Graub, and we're here doing a review today for iloveitspicy.com.
And we are reviewing two of CaJohns products. The first one we will be doing is CaJohns Trinidad Scorpion BBQ sauce.
Had this at a Weekend on Fire for the first time. Haven't tried it enough to get a conclusion of how I like it. Love the salsa though. But we're going to be reviewing that later. So
what we have here is some test meats here, some chicken, and some pork steaks. Of course, you know, since we're from St. Louis, we got to have the pork steaks.
You want to go ahead and try, see what your impressions are of it?
I will shake it up a little bit. What I will do is we'll pour some out on a plate here, kind of dip the meat in there. Yeah, the meat was prepared here, the pork steak, with a little bit of salt and pepper. Ooh, had that right there. I'll take a bite of the pork steak here first. Get a butter knife.
A butter knife?
A butter knife. I need a butter knife. A better butter knife. Of course, I can smell the scorpions in there.
While he's trying that, I'm going to go ahead and read off the ingredients.
It's good coated on there.
Tomatoes, brown sugar, vinegar, corn syrup, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, habanero chilies, Trinidad scorpion chilies, garlic, onion, cayenne, chili caribe, is that, I guess that's how you say it, I don't know. Salt, spices, natural hickory smoke flavor. And it has a really cool label, which I'm going to show you this one because this one's kind of got some bleed because condensation.
Yeah, it actually didn't have a pink in there in real life.
Cool.
This is a good sauce. It's pretty much just like CaJohns Jalopy 10 BBQ sauce, except it has the Trinidad Scorpion flavor in it. I think it has an excellent base taste. It's really sweet, really flavorful. Got a little bit of smokiness, not a lot of the overpowering smokiness like liquid smoke and that, which I hate. But of course, it has a little bit of the Trinidad Scorpion flavor without it dominating everything, I think. Of course, it has a good deal of heat on the back end, which, in my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of overly hot barbecue sauces. Since I eat so much and use so much, if I eat like a whole slab of ribs, I don't want my mouth to be completely on fire at the end. I actually want the heat to be a little milder. This might be a little bit too hot, in my opinion. So, what's your take on it?
Actually, you know, he's pretty right on with what I'm feeling about it. It is got a nice sweet taste to it, with a little bit of smokiness in it. But then you first, when it comes to the heat, you get a little bit of habanero on the front end,
Chicken.
And then you got the Trinidad heat coming and biting you in the butt, or in the tongue, so to speak. But I don't think this is something that you keep on eating and eating, because it is, just off that little bite, pretty warm in my mouth.
Oh yeah, I just took 2 bites. One of the pork steak, another of the chicken. And it's good and warm, like a good hot sauce. But I think the flavor is excellent with both pork and chicken. I'm going to have another one, because I like it so much. I might have to pour some more out on my plate here. I like it.
I think it goes better on the pork steak than it does the chicken. But I think after a while of eating this, I think it's not going to matter, because your mouth is going to be on pretty much on fire too. You're not going to tell the difference.
Yeah. 3rd bite, my tongue is already getting numb.
You know.
I think for extreme chili heads who love their heat and gotta have heat all the time, this would be perfect. It's got an excellent flavor, thankfully, but of course it has that tremendous heat. I don't think I can eat it all the time. Maybe in small amounts. Not that I don't like extreme hot sauces, but because it's a barbecue sauce and you use so much, I just I probably would just I couldn't take all of that.
Yeah, I got mixed emotions about it because even though it has great flavor to it, and it has the heat, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, or maybe it's a Missouri thing. We have had so much barbecue in our lives, be it in the barbecue capital of the world.
Amen.
And that I just like my barbecue sauces to be sweet, smoky, with a little bit of kick. Not so much where I'm not going to taste it so much after the third or fourth bite. For the extreme chili head, maybe like someone that's unhuman like Steve Smallwood, that just nothing's too hot for him.
Oh yeah.
This would be right up his alley. In fact, I know he's part of this review team, but
and I think he would love it.
Yeah.
The heat and the flavor. The heat is just, I think, a little too hot for large consumption.
To keep on eating it, it'd have to be like kind of lowered a little because, excuse me, it's just too hot to enjoy. You know, like by yourself, like a large amount of food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a little dabble, a few bites there, warm up your mouth. But after that, it just keeps on building to where the heat overtakes your taste buds. And you don't really get the flavor anymore because your mouth is, you know, an inferno.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
3 bites, and I have as much heat as I would want from this.
I mean, 2 bites and I got sweat on my head. So
it definitely doesn't disappoint. It's a Trinidad scorpion sauce that is hot and does have the heat. But thankfully it has that base flavor. Maybe used sparingly, maybe, I don't know. Dip in chicken fingers in it or something.
Maybe even cut it down a little with one of CaJohns less hot barbecue sauces. Because they got plenty of other barbecue sauces that are awesome.
Oh yeah.
And maybe you can find the right one, cut it down a little, still get that Trinidad in it, but you know, kind of cut it down to where the heat's more bearable and you can eat more of it.
Yeah, good advice, good advice. And to me, the flavor of this is very comparable to his other barbecue sauces.
I haven't, I'll be honest, I haven't had many of his sauces. I've had a little try of the Jolokia tin, and that's about it. But I'm sure, you know, I'm in time I'm going to, and I'm going to be happy with every one that he makes.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't go wrong with CaJohns, whether you're a seasoned chili head or you're just getting into the, you know, chili head world. CaJohns is definitely one of the most premier manufacturers of hot sauce and other condiments that, you know, they even got peanut butter.
Yeah.
That's excellent, so.
Yeah, like you said, CaJohn, I don't think he has a weak product in his entire product line, which I don't know, last count. 150, 180, something like that.
It's a tremendous amount.
Yeah.
And
but the good stuff here.
Yeah, and he's always coming out with new stuff, and you know, getting rid of some of the older stuff. Like he doesn't make Scorch anymore, and that was an excellent sauce. But he's got new sauces coming. He's already got 2 new sauces coming out, already out. Happy Beaver and Sancto Scorpion, which a buddy of ours, Jim Duffy, he says is excellent. So, anyways, on you know, this perspective from flavor and with heat, I think it's a decent balance. But at the same time, you know, that is if you're looking for that kind of heat.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not expecting this to be super hot, well then you need to go back and learn how to read it, because it does say Trinidad.
Yeah.
But it's not something you can really eat a lot of without your mouth, you know, just being, you know, full on flame on, you know, kind of speak. So I can't see myself really eating a whole lot of this. Like, this bottle will probably last me a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're that kind of person that doesn't eat a whole lot of barbecue sauce, then I guess that's great. But for people that eat a lot of barbecue sauce, well, you want to be able to go through bottle after bottle, and because you're so happy with it. But this you can't physically, you know, without killing all your taste buds.
Well, unless you enjoy large amounts of heat and large amounts of sauce that contain large amounts of heat.
I mean, I can't say that I don't, but I can't say that I do.
Yeah. So for the regular person, they should steer clear of this. Not because it's not an excellent sauce, in my opinion, but just for the heat. But if you do love gobs of heat, I would recommend this.
Yeah.
And I would give this on a scale of 1 to 5 Flaming Hearts, 4 Flaming Hearts.
I would probably give this a 3.5. It might have rated a little bit more, but I just think it's just kind of it's just too hot for everyday consumption. Or I'm not going to eat a whole lot of this. And I want a product that I would be able to enjoy all the time. But after a few bites, I'm not going to enjoy this because it's just nice and hot. I mean, it's one of those things where I could probably enjoy it more if it wasn't so hot, and I don't know if it's the combination of the habanero heat with the Trinidad, but there's something in there just gets to me about it. I mean, I don't think I could eat it all the time, and that's why I gave it a 3.5. Still a good score, but yeah. So
that's about it.
For iloveitspicy.com, I'm Ryan Graub.
And I am Scott Roberts. Thanks for watching.